The Natural History Museum has announced their wildlife photographer of the year, and we're pleased to say the winner, Wim van der Veer, joins us now, Heever rather. Thanks so much for joining us, Wim. Just talk us through that winning photo, because it's really quite striking. Morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me on there. So it's Wim van der Veer, right? So
Thank you.
no problem. So it's basically a picture of brown hyena photographed in Namibia in a place called Kommanskop. So it's a derelict ghost town. It's being reclaimed by the desert. And it took me probably about 10 seasons, 10 years of persistence to try and get the photograph. So a lot of effort went into it, a lot of planning. And I have very little to show for my efforts other than this one winning image, which I'm very proud of, and I'm very happy to be the winner this year.
Wim, it's Matt here. It's a truly striking image. It's eerie, really,
yes.
Ghostly, in fact.
Right. Yeah.
Were you surprised by the outcome when you finally got to printing it?
Well, absolutely. You know, so as the image came back, I looked at the image on the back of my camera for the first time. My eyes, I just couldn't believe my eyes. It was just unbelievable. It was the pinnacle of what I could achieve in 10 years with effort. So seeing the image there in the first place, it's just unbelievable. And then coming to London for the Natural History Museum's Wildlife Photography of the Year competition and seeing the picture up on stage, it's just as good as it gets. It doesn't get any better than that for me.
Yeah, you mentioned that shot in particular, it took you 10 years to achieve it. It's behind you as well, isn't it? Did you always have it in mind in particular?
Absolutely, yeah. So from the very first time I went there, I had the shot in the back of my mind. I said I would really like to photograph a brown hyena in these ghostly, desolated, deserted streets. The buildings are just so iconic, so beautiful. And to try and find, obviously I'm a wildlife photographer, to try and find a wildlife subject in there, and more specifically, a brown hyena would be just the pinnacle. And I was always trying to get a brown hyena in those streets with one of those iconic buildings.
Wim, this is obviously something that is specific to the region of Southern Africa, not least the wildlife and the setting and everything else.
Yeah.
When it comes to taking photographs of the natural world, is there anything you're yet to do? Where would you like to go, and what would you like to photograph next? What's on the wish list?
Well, there's so much. We have a big planet, and there's so many places I still like to try and get to. I think probably next, that's very high on my list, would probably be clouded leopard in Borneo. I'd love to go and try and scratch around those jungles and go and look for those elusive cats. They're very high on my list. I'd love to try and get to some of those, but time obviously quite difficult. I've got a big schedule. I've got a lot of photography that I need to do. I'm traveling quite a bit at the moment, but certainly if I can try and make that work, I'll try and go for some clouded leopard at some point.
We would love to see that. And just very quickly, Vim, a quick word on the competition that you beat. I'm sure you've seen loads of other amazing photographs. Any of those stand out for you?
All of them. The standard this year has been unbelievable. I was looking at the pictures last night as they were coming up on the screen, and I just thought that there was no chance that I could ever win this, because the standard was just so high. And this year has been amazing. It's the highest number of entrants that's ever been received. So the competition was stiff, and I was very pleased to actually win it overall. That's unbelievable.
OK, Wim, thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations too.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.